There are releases in my collection I would call really cool. Some I would call colourful and others artistic. But there's not many in my collection I would actually call pure class. So today I'm going to be looking at a release that's just that. Today I'm going to be showcasing the Titans of Cult release V for Vendetta. Welcome to the exhibit. This striking edition of V for Vendetta is encased in a blood red plastic shell. The front has this transparent panel that functions as a window into the design itself with a black printed rose, perfectly complementing the items inside, giving a nod to the movie's symbolism. The title and iconic V logo are discreetly positioned on the lower right corner, deliberately allowing the rose to visually dominate the front of the slip. The spine has subtle branding with the Warner logo leading seamlessly into the title, followed by the Titans of Cult logo that has now become synonymous with quality and exclusivity. Turning to the back, the design embraces minimalism with a bold V emblem contrasting against the slip's partial transparency. This subtle reveal of the interior packaging encourages engagement, transforming the act of unboxing into a layered experience. The interplay of opacity and translucency creates this dynamic look and feel I've only really seen on Titans of Cult releases. The mini steelbook included was truly innovative and was something I had never really seen before in any collector's edition. Its vibrant red glossy finish catches the eye, while it has this subtle matte detailing that forms an elegant rose design that perfectly ties into the film's themes. On the back is a sleek black stylized illustration of V that stands out against a two-toned red and black backdrop, with its crossed swords adding a striking visual to the tone of the package itself. Nested inside the mini steel is a pin that features the iconic V for Vendetta logo, meticulously etched and finished in a bold black and red colour scheme like the rest of the package, and fits really well. The glossy red front pops, framed by the sleek black borders that wrap seamlessly around the back. This piece is a standout addition, combining sleek design with a classy aesthetic look, and it just looks amazing within the entire package. The slipcase is such an original touch, elevating this edition from aesthetically amazing to pure class. Designed in black, it features a stenciled cutout rose that subtly reveals a glimpse of the steelbook inside, adding an air of mystery and sophistication. The delicate detailing of the rose contrasts beautifully with the bold design, giving the set a refined high-end feel. While the slipcase is undeniably elegant, maybe a slightly thicker cardstock would have enhanced the durability, giving it more of a premium touch, making it feel even more substantial in hand. Still, the cutout rose design remains a standout feature, transforming the case into a work of art by itself. This thoughtful presentation ensures the collection isn't just displayed, it's showcased. Finally, we come to the star of the showcase, the steelbook itself, and what a stunning steelbook this is. It has a blood red hue that dominates the design, continuing this sleek black and red motif. But on the front, it features a striking image of Natalie Portman as Evie. Her gaze is intense against a bold backdrop, and in the lower right hand side is a silhouette of London that stretches across the steelbook with fireworks bursting overhead, giving it a subtle yet powerful nod to the key moments in the film. The artistry in this steelbook is exceptional, blending cinematic nostalgia with a sleek modern design. The bold red speckled backdrop extends to the rear of the steel with a portrait image of V turned to the side with his head looking forward, bringing that sense of dread portrayed in the movie to the imagery. What I really loved about this imagery was the simple colour palette of blacks and deep reds, enhancing the gravity of the composition without feeling overly dramatic. It has a tasteful but yet powerful depiction, one that feels iconic without relying on too much flashy imagery. There is so much more that could have been added to this image to make it that much more dynamic, but the choice to use simple imagery was well made, and it complements the front of the still instead of overpowering it. Sometimes less is more, but overall, loving what they've done. This SteelBook has pure class. The tone of this SteelBook compared with the movie really works. It captures the film's brooding atmosphere, mirroring the stark black and red colour palette that dominates the key scenes, from the shadowy corridors of the Shadow Gallery to the fiery climax of the Revolution. Natalie Portman's expression, frozen in a moment of defiance and awakening, echoes her character's transformation from the frightened prisoner to the fearless ally of V. It's a visual nod to the film's central theme of liberation through rebellion. This SteelBook doesn't just depict the movie, it distills its essence into a single powerful image. Much like the film itself, this Titans of Cult edition balances boldness and subtlety. The movie's gritty dystopian world is actually reflected in the SteelBook's weathered textures and stark contrast, but the gloss finish adds a touch of elegance that just adds to the story, blending a brutal political commentary with the poetic realism of the film. Even the slipcase rose cutter itself sees a symbolic mirroring of the film's juxtaposition of beauty and violence. The thing you've got to put in perspective is that this isn't just a collector's edition, it's a tribute to V for Vendetta's enduring impact, crafted with the same care and intention that made this movie a modern classic. Holding this edition is like revisiting the story all over again. It's a fitting homage, proving that great art inspires great design. The SteelBook finish is deceptively understated. At a glance, it's a polished gloss finish with a whisper of metallic sheen. Rather than drowning the artwork in flashy chrome, they decided to use metallic accents with precision. It's a masterclass in restraint, letting these subtle details command attention only when the light hits them just right. Tilt the SteelBook and suddenly the effect comes alive. Evie's eyes ignite with an almost supernatural glow, mirroring the iconic moment when V emerges from the flames as a vengeful spectre. The fireworks shimmer, adding a depth and drama to the silhouette of the city. The choice to go minimal with the metallic finish wasn't the lack of ambition, but a deliberate choice, and a choice well made because it makes the overall finish look amazing and adds that hidden depth. The discs continue the collection's bold black and red aesthetic, with the 4K UHD in striking crimson and the Blu-ray disc in deep noir. No additional artwork needed. The minimalist color coding isn't just sleek, it reinforces its visual rhythm, letting the high contrast palette speak for itself. What I really appreciate is how clean and premium this whole thing feels. The high gloss finish gives it this polished look without needing any of the over-the-top extras. It lets the artwork breathe and speaks for itself through this transparent see-through case, which I really love. But I have to say, the slipcase is one of my favorite parts. The laser cut rose design is just gorgeous. Sure, I think the material could have been a bit sturdier, but the design itself, absolutely stunning. I also love the way the semi-transparent case teases the SteelBook inside, turning the unboxing into a layered experience. Then you've got the mini SteelBook and the glossy V logo pin, which are such cool extras that add real collectible value without feeling like they're fillers. Granted, they could have put more stuff in there, but I think that would have distracted from the classic look and feel of the collection overall. So I think it was a great idea just to keep it simple. So well done. When I purchased the V for Vendetta edition online, The images that the retailer showed didn't do the product any justice whatsoever, because when I finally got it in hand, I thought it looked absolutely amazing. So overall, Titans Occult have made a stunning set, beautifully executed, and a worthy addition to any collection. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed these detailed showcases. So whether you're a long-time collector or just getting started, it's an absolute pleasure to share these releases with you. I have more showcases on the way, so stay tuned for the next feature. Until then, you take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time on the exhibit.